How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Kedman Sports. Today's team is going to be a combination of something I've been wanting to do and kind of a request that was left in the comments. The request was for a team using kind of a bright yellow, and I've wanted to do a team stationed at Pittsburgh. I've done a couple Ohio teams, and when I think Ohio football, I think Pittsburgh as the rival, so I wanted to kind of create that. So today is going to be the West Pitt Stingers, and we're going to kind of use this bee wasp type logo here. So as I said, it'll be in Pittsburgh, and this is going to be the University of West Pitt. So the school name is going to be West Pitt. Abbreviation will be UWP, so the West Pitt Stingers. And then for the colors, we're going to do black, and then 255, 250 yellow. I tried to make it as light as I could that it would also match the logo, but also still look good with the black. So I know it's probably not as bright as what was asked for in the comments, but it's kind of what works with this video. So then we'll transition to the helmet, and you're going to right away kind of get some essence of the Pittsburgh Steelers in a lot of this uniform. When I think Pittsburgh football, I think a logo on just one side of the helmet. For this helmet, I'm going to put it on the left just because when you're creating a team, this is kind of the view you have. So I think putting it on the left just works better for the game. But if you would want to put it on the right, I don't think it matters either way. For the face mask, then, this is where the helmet's going to be a little different. I like a yellow face mask on the black helmet, and then just a thin yellow stripe down the middle of the helmet. I think this is kind of the best look for when you're using black and yellow. I think a black face mask would be just fine. But in this way, we're making it look like the Steelers and keeping that Pittsburgh football almost tradition going through. But we're also making it kind of its own. It's kind of different. So then we'll transition over to the uniforms as well. And for the font, we're going to use the Century font. And then across the chest, since it's the home uniform, we're going to put Stingers. And again, sticking with the same color scheme, but doing something different, we're going to do a yellow jersey. So if you follow sports closely, you've probably noticed all the professional sports teams in Pittsburgh, down to the soccer team that are the Riverhounds, are black and yellow, black and gold, some variation of those two colors. And it's kind of just something the whole city has adopted, which I think is a really awesome tradition. And I think that more cities should adopt that type of mindset. So for this team, the University of Pitt is actually one of the few teams that don't use those colors. They recently went back to the kind of royal blue and yellow, so they at least have the yellow, but they don't have the full color palette that almost everyone identifies the city of Pittsburgh with. So that's what we're basically doing with this team, is we're giving the college football team the same look as every other sports team in Pittsburgh, which I think is something that the University of Pitt should really look into. So a few things that we've kind of missed as I was talking about that. Stripes are going to be all black. Number is going to be all black and bolded out with both the color and the stroke. And we're going to do the same thing with the text. So it's almost like an inverted version of what the Steelers have as their jersey. I think this would actually be a really cool alternate jersey if the Steelers would want to go with a yellow jersey. I think it'd be something to add into their uniform cycle. So for the pants, then, we're going to use white pants. With the stripes can be pretty simple, yellow on the inside with black on either side. If you were to do kind of outlines on the number, I think a yellow number with a black outline would look really good on an away jersey, and then probably a black jersey with a white number and yellow outline. But since we're doing bolded out numbers, you can kind of use that striping on the pants. I think that's probably the best place to use it. Or you could bold out the stripe on the pants like we did on the jersey. It's kind of up to you with what you'd want to do there. So then we'll transition over to the away jersey, and for across the chest we're going to put West Pitt. And then since it is the away jersey, it will be white, both the jersey and the sleeves. And then the stripe, we're going to do a solid yellow stripe. The same as what we did on the home jersey, but since the home jersey was yellow, we did black stripes. Here we're going to do yellow stripes because we are going to keep the numbers the same with the all black. So this is a good opportunity with the stripes to incorporate some yellow. I made the collars just black, both the collar and the stroke. I think you could make it yellow. Down the road, I might even change it to yellow after I see it in game action, kind of depending on what it looks like. We'll see how it looks, but for this purpose, I'm just going to make it black and keep it simple. And then, as I said, for the number and the text, we're going to keep both of those black as well. And then for the pants, as we transition, I think for the pants you could do black or you could do yellow. I think either one would work well. The black would tie the whole uniform together with the helmet, but the yellow would bring in more of kind of the color scheme rather than having a ton of black on this uniform. So with that being said, I'm going to go with yellow pants for this road jersey. And then for the stripes, kind of like what I said on the home uniform, if you were doing numbers that weren't bolded out, we're going to do a white center stripe with then black on either side of it, which is pretty common to see. If you look at like throwback uniforms for the Steelers, for Iowa and stuff like that, this is what their pants look like. It's pretty much the best combination you can do with those three colors. Then for the socks, we're going to do black there, and that'll be it for the West Pitt Stingers. So thank you for watching. As always, feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, turn on notifications, and leave any suggestions you might have for future teams in the comments below.